position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will put total leather and we'll get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Using his legs, it's Renfro. Gets it past the marker. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of...
There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice game.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. On target to the left. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The give to the back. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Jackson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Michigan State pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in East Lansing. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Dropping back, it's Harmon. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on second down. This one's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
And the Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand. and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
To the air on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go through.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking to throw again. Got his man. At the 45 on his way. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. Pass to Tenn. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tennessee.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Harmon. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Oh, lack of concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do every single day in practice. In your sleep. That's a bad break for the offense early.
The RPO, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But That could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Harmon. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. Reels it in down the left side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. A terrific throw that time, and when you play quarterback here, there's a pretty rich legacy to try to live up to.
And just finding that guy that just makes it look easy. I think the Vols fans will really appreciate that, when a guy that can push it down the field, make the right decisions consistently, be smart at that quarterback spot.
Caught in the backfield, it's Renfro. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Renfro. Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Vols!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now, because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Right on the money, and they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Tight end now in motion. Scanning the field, it's Harmon. A little release to the back. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Quarterback may change this route. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
3rd down coming up.
Black 24. Black 24.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to pass, it's Harmon. Pocket breaking down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. San Jose State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Jeff Garcia, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 11 to Sam Houston. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got him downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
You know, this offense has a ton of speed at wide receiver, and they can generate explosive plays throwing it down the field. It's not just going to be go routes and post throws. How about executing the corner route against man-to-man coverage?
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. The corners are walked up tight. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking for space. It's Renfro. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Looking downfield. Complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Pickup of 13.
And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call.
Okay, ready?
Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw, it's Harmon. Forced out of the pocket. It's complete to the right. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Now, fourth down.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Paging George P.
One more play
Burdell.
before the teams head to the locker rooms.
George P. Burdell.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Volunteers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is...
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps. Man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Right down the middle. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line.
Ringo! Ringo! Tuna!
Looking for a man. It's Harmon. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Quickly complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. From the gun. They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
Motion from the wideout. They'll try to hit the sideline on the jet sweep. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And that's the hard thing about defending this play. You got so much speed coming across the formation. They can get to the edges quickly, and you limit the damage. It's not a huge play, but they pick up a little chunk and a little chunk, and you put those together, and they can get you 1st downs.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Out of bounds.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get...
He's looking deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the 2nd half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. LSU dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Flips it out to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Looking to throw, it's Harmon. Unloads it downfield. Makes the catch on the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Jukes his way for more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. Motion from the back. He'll set up to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 2nd and goal for this offense. Trying to march their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. To the air, it's Harmon. Oh, they're after him. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gives them some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up the short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Good enough for a first down.
The Volunteers are rolling down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Touchdown ball! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Banks. Fires to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. From the gun, he leads it with the back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He'll throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They go to the wide receiver screen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
He's got it. First down and more. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Banks. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens, and they get out of sync, and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
They'll try the run. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
The Yellow Jackets didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. On the ground, it's Ellington. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spiders.
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Number 15, set to kick this one away.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback.
Will take over 1st and 10.
So here is the Tennessee offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
These corners going to give these receivers some space. Wants to throw on third down. Fires to the big fella. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good. And if
Converts on fourth down. Still going. There he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Tennessee, 56. Georgia Tech, 9.
On the run from inside his own 5. He would go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Banks. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of it today.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Paging George D. Burdell. Paging George D. Burdell.
Looking to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Renfro. Timeout is called with just a single second left. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds the tight end down the gut. And that's how you finish it.